Welcome to prison. This is both college and the retirement home for most flooring installers. But in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to go ahead and cut and burn carpet seams in case your installer has to take a little staycation in one of these joints. So what's good? It's Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, and in this video, like I said, let's do a step-by-step on how to cut and burn seams in a doorway here. So we got our carpets overlap from the hallway to the bedroom. We're going to go ahead and fold that back. We're going to need a knife. We're going to need some seam tape. We're going to need a seam iron and just some good motivation here. So let me go ahead and take my knife. We're going to throw a nice clean edge on this carpet right here. The reason we're throwing a nice fresh edge on it is because if you try to seam to the raggedy rough edge, that seam is going to look horrific, and we can't have that here. So we're taking a fresh blade, going all the way across, making a nice clean line, and boom. Now, if you don't have a nice steady hand, don't worry, most people don't. Throw a little straight edge on the back of that and trace that with your knife, and you'll have a good starting point. Next, we got all this excess here. We got to cut this down so it's nice and manageable and easy to work with. Get all this clumpiness out of the way. We're cutting it down so we have about an inch or two to work with. That's all we're going to need. And then we're going to lift this carpet up that we just put the fresh edge on. We're going to tuck this other carpet under it here, and we're going to create a template out of this now. All right, so everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and flip-flop this blade here. Get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and throw a fresh one in there. Tighten the knife back up. Do not lob your fingers off. Go ahead. We're going to cut some little slits in here. And when you cut those slits, make sure you're spreading the nap on the carpet so your blade doesn't cut the nap and make these wonky little lines every 6 inches or so. Now we're going to fold it back. We're going to play connect the dots. We're just going to go ahead and run our blade from slit to slit to slit. And once again, if you don't have a steady hand to play connect the dots, throw a straight edge on it once again, and you will be in good shape here. So continue cutting across, working your way all the way to the other end. And once we have that done, we got to make sure we actually did a decent job of this freestyle cut. Most of the time we can, sometimes we don't. And if we don't, we just correct and move forward. So let's see here. Are we good? We're good. Let's bring some seam tape into play here. Now we're going to get the seam tape under the seam from door jamb to door jamb. And we want to make sure it's evenly split between both pieces of carpet to make sure it's going to give that maximum hold there. Bring our seam iron into play. You could get those at Lowe's or Home Depot for under $100 there. You also get them at Harbor Freight for about $60, assuming inflation hasn't kicked in and spiked the prices on these as well. Now let that sit there for about 10-ish seconds. We're going to slide it an iron's length forward. All right, we're in good shape. Let's go ahead and cut any strings that may be popping through and blend that seam in. When you're pushing the seam together and the carpet down into the glue there, make sure you're just carpet backing to carpet backing touching, and none of the fibers are falling into the glue. If the fibers fall in, that's going to be one ugly seam, and we don't want that. And every 10-ish seconds or so, we're going to slide that iron forward again, blend in the carpet with our fingertips there. All right, everything's cool, and we're going to get it to the finish line. So now that we're here at the end, I'm going to let that finish burning, and then check out this swoop technique here. Stick with me now. Watch this. Yeah, that's that good swoop there. Now, if you just pull the iron out straight up, in many cases the tape will come right with it. You'll get glue on the carpet and it'll be a hot mess. You can't have that. But that is how you burn a carpet seam in a doorway. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.